Hi friend, so welcome to Tech Compilation. So today we are going to discuss important feature which is available as part of the Dell Boomi tutorial called the caching. So Dell Boomi provides some of the steps. By using that particular steps, we can able to implement the caching mechanism. So we will going in this demo we are going to see how we can use the add to cache shape, how we can able to retrieve the data from the cache shape in the same process. We can also retrieve the data from the cache shape in the sub process when we have designed our the processes which is calling to another sub process by using the process call steps. We will also see how we can use the process call steps, how we can use the branch steps, and the important also the feature we will discuss although into the different tutorial for the which will be the dedicated for the business rule set. But in this demo we will also able to see the flavor of the business rule sets and the data process steps. So for that we have already to implement the data caching by using one of the XML profiles. We have already created one demo. So we will quickly see like the demo. Before going to demo, I am going to show you what kind of the data we are going to cache. So we have the contact informations. So there is the one XML which is called the contacts, and it has the four contact. You can see the ID is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the data we are going to cache into the by using the add cache shape. So let's see it. So this is the process we have designed already. I'm going to walk through the each and every activity whatever we have done. So I've taken the no data. So that is the basically the start step. Although we have taken the no data, but to initiate, so the feature of this by default no data, it is going to initiate the 10 KB of the document. So this is the default behavior of this step. In the message set we have put one of the hard code value of this our the whatever the XML I have shown you. So this is the contact information we have put, and we have selected this option combine document into the single message. Okay, so this is the data process step. So by using this data process step, I have using the processing step nothing but the split documents. So on the basis of the contact, looking into the XML profiles, so our profile is nothing but our the contact XML, ID, first name, last name, emails are there. So that is, excuse me, yeah. So on the basis of this split elements, so what basically it's doing, it's going to split the contacts XML profile into the different contacts. So looking into the again back to the XML, we have the four contacts. So it is going to split the contacts single XML into the four contact XML. We'll see while we'll run it, we will see it. So this is the purpose of this data process steps. Now we'll see the branch steps. So here we have used the branch. So three branch we have used. So hope you are familiar with the branch step, because when if we wanted to perform the several action uh, but that action is not going to perform parallelly, but also that will be happening in the sequential as per the sequence number is defined like 1, 2, 3. So in that sequence also it is going to execute. But when the set of the data, so on the set of the data, if you want to perform the multiple types of operations, so you can use this branch steps, but that is also going to execute sequentials. Okay, so which means that a particular path branch 1 will be fully executed, then only it is moving to the branch 2. Otherwise it is not going to move into the branch 2. So it's not going to give the flavor of you to the parallel processing. Correct. So the multiple branches execution will be happen, but that will be in the sequential order. So we have created the three branch. So one branch is going to add contact cache. So this is basically is going to cache the documents. Okay, so how to cache this? We have created one of the document cache shape. We have already taken the document caches. You can see them. I have renamed is the contact document cache. So what I am caching it? I am caching it the profile types, which is the XML, and the profile is nothing but our the contact XML. And here I have put it the two indexes. So one indexes I can use the email, another is the my first name. Okay, so by using that particular indexes, we will able to perform the lookup into the cache data, and we can retrieve the uh, uh, particular data on the basis of the indexes. So we will see how we are retrieving by using the email as well as the first name. So this is the only configuration we need to do, like what type of profile and that particular profile you need to add, and what are the different indexes. So that we have done. So our first path of the branch is going to just caching the data. The second path, we are just here, we have split it into the four path. Here we are combining into the again into the one document, single message. Okay. After combining, what we are basically doing here, we are retrieving cache data. Means we are calling one process. Okay, we are calling one sub process by using the process call set. So here we are using the process call set, and we are calling this. What are the options? Wait for the process to complete, abort if sub process fails. So this we have checked. Okay, so it is going to retrieve cache data. Now we will see what the functionality and what basically this sub process is doing. So if you see here in that particular sub process, our start step is no data, which means parent process is basically not passing any data. So which means that sub process is not receiving any data from the parent process, because this is the no data. Okay, if the parent is passing and sub process is about to receive it, then we need to select the data pass through. But here we have opted the no data. Fine. So now we are going to use the retrieve from cache. So this is the in our different processes what we have done. We have in this processes, in the branch one we have cache it. Now in the branch two, by calling the sub process, we are basically going to retrieve from the cache. So how we are going to retrieve from cache? So we have used the document cache, so whatever the our document cache is there, so that we are pointing retrieved by which index. So I have used retrieve by using the index email. So if you select, you will able to get these two indexes whatever we have created, email and first name. So here I have selected the email one, and here I have put the constant value. If you see, I have put the static value, which means the static value john@the rate of .com, which means if it is getting matched, okay, so this contact I need to fetch from the cache data. So once I am fetching, I am going to check whether the whatever we have received from this, whether that is accepted or rejected. So same way you can use the by decision set, whether this is a true or false. So here we have used the business rules. So how we have done the in the business rule, we have basically created one business rules. So what is the business rule we have taken? The document cache lookup. And in that particular document cache lookup, what we are doing, if you see, document cache lookup contains john@the rate of .com, which means we are comparing the document cache lookup, whatever we are getting, whether contains the static john@the rate of .com. So, which means that whatever this particular retrieve from cache app is getting or not, we are comparing it here. So if it is getting matching, by default, it will going to execute the accepted path. Okay. If it is not coming, it is going to execute the rejected path. correct? So we will see while we'll debug it. Now coming to our third branch. So this is the branch 2 path we have seen. This is the how we can retrieve the data from the cache inside the sub process call. Here in the same process, we are retrieving the data from cache. So here what we are doing, basically we are again combining document into the single message. Okay. Now here we are retrieving from cache. We are calling in the same process, but this times we are retrieving on the basis of the index first name. And we are retrieving all contacts which have the static value of the John. So by using the first name index, we are retrieving all the contacts which have the first value static as a John. Okay. Now for that, whatever we will get it here, we are again we are printing or writing the on the message set. So whatever the data we are getting, how many contacts we are getting, we are writing into the message. And here we are just ending this, stopping the save. So now we'll see quickly after running how this is going to behave. So because everything is in cloud, so I don't need to take my on-premises atom. So I'm going to prefer the test cloud, the cloud one atom, and we'll see. So we'll see it's starting. So here you can see this is the node data. Okay. So although it is the node data, okay, which means by default the Dell Boomi, the node data start step is create the on the 0 KB of document. So this is the default behavior because only the document size is only the document creation, whether it is the 0 KB or have some value, it is going to trigger that particular event or processes. So looking into the what is the value of the hardcode message we have put the contact. So here you can see the all the context information will be there. So it's connecting. Yeah, so you can see here all the force we are able to get. We can close it. Now we can go to the this data process. So we have received one XML. In the data process, the output of the data process is basically giving us the 4. You can see the 4 messages. So it is split into the 4. Now it is going to the first branch and it is going to add the all these 4s. Correct. So now it is added into the cache. Correct. Now it is time to execute the second. So here in the second we have received. Okay. And here you can see we have already combined. So the input for this process is nothing. Here in that process we have combined. Okay, but although we are not passing it here, okay, we are not passing here. So there is no use whether you are combining here or not combining it. We have just used for the simple way purpose. So we are not passing it. So here you can see the arrow which indicating the process call. So by clicking that process call, okay, we can enter into the sub process calls and we'll see. So here you can see the one document is process. We have received the one document and here you'll see the what kind of the document we have received. So you'll see the whatever the static value we are like john@the-rate-of-door.com. So what is the we are looking from the retrieve to cache. So this is the only we have done. And here you can see the business rules is going to rejected. So let's see because that is the not going to match with the that particular John Dev. Okay, so that is not going to match with the John.Dev. So this is the reason it is going to redirect into the rejected path. So how are here business rule is working, and we are able to fetch the cache data, and from the whatever the we have added into the cache shape. So in the different sub process, we are able to get the cache data. Now going back to our third sub process, third branch steps calls. Here you can see we have received all the splits for documents. Okay, here you can see what we are basically doing. Looking into the that we are retrieving on the basis of the first name. Okay, so because of the here we are combining that, or we are not combining, so it will have the all the four documents. Initially when we are fetching and looking into the cache, so it will have the all the four documents. If you see here, after splitting, each and every will be represent the unique XML. You can see it has the XML, the root element, XML, the root tag, which means the four different XML elements or XML contexts are there. Four different when we are performing the retrieve from the cache. So cache has four documents. Okay. Now what we are getting from here at that particular message set, which means whatever we are performing to look up, to doing the lookup into the cache set on the basis of the first name. Okay, so it is going to give us the two value. So we are looking for the John. If you remember our the configuration, so we are looking for John. You can see this is the John Doe. We have received one. Second one, we have received the John Smith. So you can see here the John and Smith. So we are able to successfully fetch the data from the cache, which I've already done in the branch shape 1, on the basis of the first name index, which has the first name equals to John. And here we can see we are able to get this two data. Correct? So now in these examples, we are able to finally see like how we can basically add the data, or we can use the add to cache, how we can use the retrieve to retrieve from the cache within the same process and within the sub process. So this is the very important and interesting feature when some things we are wanted to cache into the memory to avoid the more computation time. So this is the good features we can use. So hope you like this video. Thanks for your time.